Thanks for joining us for this unboxing video. So we've been working here on the homestead pretty hard, doing a lot of rigorous activities, and something you don't really think about, but your shoes take a beating. So we started here with, I think I had probably about 3 pairs of shoes, and I'm down to 0. These poor shoes, granted they're not work shoes, but you know what? You start with what you have, right? These shoes have been just destroyed. The soles are coming off of this pair. The stitching's coming out of this one, and all in all, it's about time to just do something about it. And then on top of that, we kind of had some other safety concerns, and so what we did was we decided it wasn't something we budgeted for, but it was time to get some good boots. And so we went looking, and so these shoes are going to have to go in the garbage. I don't think they can even be repaired. They're just beyond care. So they're garbage. So what we did was we went looking for some boots. There was a couple of different types of boots that I wanted to get. The first one was what's called a Romeo style boot, and it's a slip-on, about ankle height boot. So we went looking and we found a couple of different options. There was one called a Western Chief, and then there's one that's made by Georgia Boot. I'm sure there's a lot of different companies out there that make a Romeo style. But we looked at Georgia Boots because we feel that they're a very reputable company and their product is solid. So here we have a set of Romeos. We wanted to share with you the unboxing and kind of explain what we like about them, and hopefully that'll help you if you need to buy boots for your homestead or for some other purpose in the near future. So let's take a look at what's in the box, and then I'll try them on and kind of explain the quality difference that we noticed between the other brand. Alright, let's take a look in the box here. So a couple of boots. This isn't really a technical unboxing, but we thought we'd at least share with you what's in the box. So there's one of the Romeos. You can see that it's a slip-on type boot, and it's a little tight at first, but these will work themselves out. They've got a pre-shrunk leather, or a pre-stretched leather, I should say, but that should, fit my foot pretty good after a little while. A couple things we really liked about this boot was the stitching that holds the sole together. That's really important. A lot of boots nowadays are held together with glue, and as you can tell by those shoes, the glue gives out under heavy use. These boots, I don't know if they can be repaired or not, but typically when you have a boot like this that's got a really heavy stitching on the sole, a lot of times you can get the soles replaced and the upper you can keep. So it can be a cost-effective way to keep a good pair of boots. This particular one, the leather seemed to be of a higher quality. It had a better feel to it, even a little thicker. The other boot that we looked at was a Western Chief Romeo, and the leather was quite a bit thinner. It just didn't have the same quality feel that this leather does. So I can't attest to the Western Chiefs, but as far as a side-by-side comparison, the Western Chief didn't feel as sturdy. The leather did not. The other thing we were looking for was I needed the boot to have some good tread. It didn't have to be like logger type tread, but I needed some decent tread because I'll probably be wearing these for most general projects around the homestead. And if I don't have any tread, I'm going to be slip and falling off the hillside there. So this particular Romeo has a tread. The Western Chief did not. It was much more like a loafer. It was very smooth on the bottom and did not have a real condensed heel. And so you don't really think about those things until you don't have them, and you can't dig into the ground. So this one's got a pretty good tread pattern, as you can see on the bottom there. Of course, it's oil resistant, slip resistant, all that stuff. That shouldn't really be a problem. But I needed the tread. That was something that was really important to me. So that's kind of a quick overview of the Georgia Boot Romeo. And now let's take a look at the fitment. And as I mentioned earlier, these are a little tight to get on. The upper here is a pretty snug fit, but once you get the boot on, it actually fits really firmly. So let's take a look at that really quick here. I put on a little bit thicker sock because I'm just curious to see how well they fit with a thicker sock. At the store, I tried them on with a little bit thinner sock, so let's see what happens here. They've got tabs in the front and the back, which I think is good because, like I said, getting them on at first is a little challenging. So you're going to have to work the boot a little bit to get your foot in there. But once it's in, it's in. There we go. Very nice. So you can see that they fit really tight. I mean, this is a snug boot for sure. Ideally, the leather's going to flex quite a bit, and eventually they'll fit nice and smooth. Putting them on and off should get a little bit easier once the upper leather here starts to loosen up and give up a little bit. So let's put the other one on here, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so both of those are on. They have a particularly good shape. I think they fit really well in the side of the boot. I believe this is actually a wide model, so if you have a wide foot, do ask for a wide model. They do have them. They may have to order them. They feel really solid. These aren't what I would consider like a logger boot, but as far as doing like DIY home projects, I feel really good about wearing these around the homestead and doing just general tasks. So I thought we would share the unboxing of those with you, and we'll kind of give you a review over time so you can kind of make a decision whether these are a good boot for you or not. They did cost about $30 more than the Western Chief, so expect to pay a little bit more for the Georgia Boot model. My hunch is that they'll be a little more durable and a little more practical. So thanks for joining us for this brief unboxing. We hope to bring you more information as I get to use these boots around the homestead. We can kind of talk a little bit about how practical they are and whether or not they're really a good value. If you're enjoying this video and you want to learn more about our off-grid homestead, timber framing, solar projects, things of that nature, please follow us on our blog. It's purelivingforlife.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe so you can receive our video updates. And if you like Instagram or Facebook, please follow us over there. We do a lot of micro posts that we don't always post on the blog, so a lot of times it's more current, and you can find fun little projects that we're working on there. So we'll see you in the next video.